PSA, if you're looking for a Reddit channel with zero personality and zero commentary, this channel may not be for you. What's crack-a-lackin', my little dudeskis? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into some r/ChoosingBeggars. But before I do, I want you guys to let me know in the comments below, have you heard of this game called BitLife? I must be living under a rock because I never heard of it until now, but I'm seeing a lot of videos made on this game, and it kind of intrigued me to start playing it, and now I'm freaking hooked. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have played it, if you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. And without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Waitress assumes we're tipping in coins, refuses to let us leave a 20% tip in paper bills, and kicks me and my friends out of the restaurant. Posted by user negative-film. This story happened in 2011 when I was 14. I went out to lunch with two of my friends at a local restaurant. It was the kind of place that was really casual, but still a sit-down restaurant. It was one of our first times eating out without our parents, but we all knew restaurant etiquette. The actual meal was uneventful, but things took a dramatic turn when we started to pay the bill and tip. None of us had debit cards yet, so we were paying in cash. We all put cash down for the bill, and after the waitress came back with our change, we began pooling the rest of our money to leave a 20% tip. After paying the main bill in cash, one of my friends and I only had coins left. I had around $4 in change, and my friend probably had around the same amount. My other friend still had enough in paper money to cover the entire 20% tip, so she was going to take our coins and leave bills instead. Simple enough. Well, my friend and I began counting out our change at the table to make sure we were all contributing the right amount. Suddenly, the waitress sees what we're doing and comes over to our table. At this point, my other friend hadn't gotten her cash out yet since we weren't ready to leave, so there were only coins on the table. The waitress starts screaming at us about how she didn't want to tip in all coins and that it was very disrespectful for us to be leaving that as a tip. We tried to explain that we would be tipping in bills. We were just counting out how many coins we needed to give our friend first. She wouldn't listen to us or speak and just kept screaming. She actually said that getting no tip at all would be better than getting a tip in all coins, then kicked us and our coins out of the restaurant before we even knew what was happening. She kicked us out of the restaurant so fast, we didn't even get a chance to leave our final tip. She actually made us take all our coins with us, so she ended up with nothing. I get how annoying it is to have several dollars worth of coins on you, but she didn't even listen to us or let us finish getting our money together. Looking back, I wonder if she thought that as young teenagers we didn't know how to tip and were going to shortchange her. That wasn't true. There were also no issues during the meal. We weren't loud, messy, or disruptive, but still, if she had just waited for us to finish or calmly asked us about the coins, none of this would have happened and we could have left our tip as planned. Oh no, this kind of belongs also in r/Tales from the Customer. Oh my god. Why does it matter? Like, at the end of the night, you cash out, you exchange, maybe her boss is a dickhead and doesn't let them exchange the coins for bills or something, but I don't know. But, you'd think they would. I mean, most places I've worked at have allowed the servers to do that, exchange your money for bills, but you never know. Some places I've seen some, reality, who knows if they're real reality shows or not, but, I've shown, they don't allow them to do any of that kind of shit, because they're just tightwads. They want to save money from going to the bank less and things like that. I don't know. People are jerks. How dare you not give me your top shelf liquor for free? Posted by user DOCOCD. This story took place about 7 to 10 years ago, and I will do my best to get this exactly verbatim. We lived on a base, and we lived in a neighborhood where a lot of families would get together outside and play when the weather was nice. The kids would run around, the grown-ups would play volleyball that was set up between a couple of the houses. We would also have massive barbecues where everyone would pitch in. We learned what everyone's specialties were, and that is pretty much what the person brought. Some people showed no affinity for having a specialty, which meant those people usually just showed up and they became the choosing beggars. We had one neighbor who could make the best marinated steaks. Let's call him Joe. I mean, wow. I often made ribs, but I was really known for my bartending skills. I would make mudslides, margaritas, and other stuff, but everyone wanted margaritas and mudslides. Now, I have a little bit of a passion for making mixed drinks. It's fun. I also really don't like cheap liquor, and this fact became an issue. Now, it all depended on what we were doing for who would pitch in what. I can say my husband and I had an argument with Joe and his family. They agreed to purchase our steaks if we covered ribs for them when we made them, but more so I made them drinks during the get-togethers with the good stuff between $100 and $200 per bottle of Patron. I had no problem with that because we are all more than happy with the trade. I loved their steaks and they loved my drinks. Enter Choosing Beggar. I was making drinks, and even though Choosing Beggar did not bring anything to the barbecue, they were still a part of the neighborhood, and I was more than willing to make them a drink. I welcomed them to come to my kitchen where I had a bar set up for the party. My good liquor was in the cupboard above my head, out of sight. Me. Choosing Beggar, what would you like to drink? Choosing Beggar. One of your margaritas. Me. Okay, what kind? The original flavor, green one, mango, strawberry, or strawberry mango? Choosing Beggar. Strawberry mango. Me. Okay, blended, right? I asked, but almost everyone wanted them blended. Choosing Beggar. Yes. Me. Do you want sugar on the rim? Choosing Beggar. Yes. I went about making the drink, and Choosing Beggar is watching me and is giving me a weird look. Me. What? Choosing Beggar. Why are you using Jose Cuervo? Me. Because that is what I use during large parties. Choosing Beggar. I know you give Joe and his wife drinks with your Patron, and I think you should make me a drink at least as good as the one you made them. Me. Believe me, your drink will still taste very good. Choosing Beggar. Then why did you put Patron in theirs? And what kind do you put in your drinks? Me. Well, I put Patron in mine because I like it, and I put it in theirs because they bought us our steaks. Choosing Beggar. So you aren't being nice, you're making them pay for it. Me. I guess you could say we trade? Choosing Beggar. So if I go home and grab some chip dip, then you will have to remake my drink with the good stuff. Me. No, I'm sorry, that is not happening. Choosing Beggar. But why? Me. Just take your drink and let's go back outside. And I show her back outside. Not 5 minutes later, I see her give the drink to her underage son, EK. EK was 17 and was always trying to get everyone to give him drinks. His parents did, but everyone made it clear we are not okay with it, and that under no circumstance should they ever share anything they got from any of us. If they want to give something to their underage child, it is on them and them alone. At this time, Choosing Beggar was telling her husband to watch me because she is going to sneak in my house and make a drink with the good stuff. I happen to be standing next to Joe when we hear this, and we look at each other. I, of course, am like, hell no. I run across the street as Choosing Beggar is just looking around, but clearly heading to my house. As she makes it about 5 feet from my door, I say loudly, Choosing Beggar, what are you doing? Choosing Beggar stops and turns to face me, Joe, my husband, Joe's wife, and a couple others who overheard what was happening by this point. Choosing Beggar had a look like she had her hand caught in a cookie jar. Choosing Beggar. You seem busy. I spilled my drink, so I was just gonna make myself another one. I didn't think you would mind. Joe. Yeah, that is not what you said. Me. Choosing Beggar. Joe and I saw you give your drink to EK, who, by the way, we all know is underage. Then we heard you say you were going to my house to take the good stuff. Choosing Beggar. Well, you made me a drink with cheap crap. Me. You are lucky we don't call the police. In my head, I was thinking, we have someone underage drinking. The alcohol came from my house, and I didn't want anyone but Choosing Beggar to be in trouble. Choosing Beggar. You're being cheap. We are hanging out and you're picking and choosing who to make good drinks for like you were up on a pedestal, determining who deserves something good. Me. Choosing Beggar, if you want to chip in and supply a bottle, I will be happy to make you a drink with it. Choosing Beggar. You're the one who buys the bottles to share, not me. Me. Exactly. Now don't ask me to ever make you a drink again. Others chime in that unless Choosing Beggar starts bringing something equal to the barbecues, then she and her family can stop attending. Choosing Beggar. This is a public street. I can come if I want to. Me. Yes, but it does not mean that we have to share with you, Choosing Beggar. Also, if I ever see EK drinking alcohol again in my yard, I will call the police. And if I ever see you in my yard, I will call the police. It is our choice who we share with and how we share. It is not your right to just go and take anything. If you try again, I will press charges for stealing. Oh my god. Is this for real? Like, okay, I understand, some people, they'll allow their kids to have a beer or something when they're 17. It's in Canada, you can drink when you're 19, so it's not that far off. And usually it works on deterring that kid to go out and start getting plastered elsewhere, because sometimes, like in my case, you discover you don't even like the taste and it's gross and you don't like how it makes you feel. So, you know what I mean? And instead of getting blackout drunk, you're at home in a controlled space, but like, don't do it in somebody else's yard. That's just irresponsible, and you're causing other people's lives to be affected by doing that as well. Like, just don't. Oh my god. But yeah, like, bring something to the barbecue, even if it's just like a macaroni salad, something like that. Shit's cheap to make. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. Just contribute something. Your time and effort put into something to contribute. It's pretty easy. Some people just never get it, I guess. I didn't want the dog food. I wanted the container. Posted by user Melon Magellan. I had bought 40 pounds of high-end dog food that didn't agree with my dog's stomach, so I posted it to Craigslist for free as long as the person would come to pick it up. I was frequently seeing posts from people asking for free pet food as they were going through tough financial times, so I figured it would be a nice thing to do. I even offered to throw in the Rubbermaid tub the food was in since I had a few extra. So after getting texts from the standard 20-plus crackpots, a semi-normal person sent me a text. I arranged a time for them to pick up the food and lugged 40 pounds of dog food down the 3 flights of stairs. I'm a small woman. They pulled up, looked at the tub, and said, "That isn't a very nice container. I didn't want the food, I just wanted the container." Then they just drove away. I didn't even get to say anything. Not only did they waste my time and energy, they planned to throw away expensive dog food someone could have actually used. Jesus. What? This is why I stay away from Craigslist. There seems to be a lot of dumb fucking people that go on Craigslist. No offense to anyone who's listening right now that may use Craigslist. I don't mean against you. I mean the ones that are actually dumb and do stupid shit like this. Like, oh my god. Some people are just... I don't... You take from dogs, you take from charities. I hate Choosing Beggars so much. But we love them too, because sometimes they're just nice to laugh at. Just at their audacity. Alright, moving on. Free chips still isn't good enough for some Choosing Beggars. Posted by user Kezi96. I've worked years in retail and have seen many Choosing Beggars, but one instance that stood out to me the most was an incident where I was a customer. I was in my local chip shop. I happened to know the owner, a really lovely Turkish woman who took the shop over from her ex-husband, who was running it into the ground. She's a very kind and generous person, especially in chip portions. I had gone in one afternoon after an exam as a treat and was waiting as no one was behind the counter when I see the owner walk in from outside using the customer entrance. She walks past and gets behind the counter with a clearly homeless man following close behind, who stops and stands next to me. She acknowledges me, says she'll be a moment, and starts putting some chips in a bag when the homeless man looking at the glass and sees a large piece of cod and goes, "Oh, that fish looks nice. I haven't had fish in a long time." I can already tell what he's angling for, but he doesn't outright say it, and the owner continues to shovel in the chips and grabs a large jumbo sausage. All the while, the homeless guy is saying, "Oh, That fish looks really nice. The owner then puts the sausage in the bag and throws on the salt and vinegar and proceeds to hand it to the guy, and she says, "Enjoy." The homeless guy then asks, "Can I have the fish instead?" The owner was stunned, but says, "No, sorry, this is all my manager allows." The homeless guy grumbles, saying, "I really wanted fish." But the owner sticks to her guns and says, "That's all I can give." He reluctantly takes it and leaves. Once he's out of the shop, she begins serving me, but not before saying, "I can't believe some people. I won't bother again." Right? That's what a shame. Like, you try to help somebody and they're so, I mean, then I guess you might start the whole religious debate on this one because if it's pork sausage and all that, I don't know. But this is like one of those stories where you're like, you don't know what side of the fence to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I support somebody's decisions and their beliefs and all that, but if it's not for those reasons, since he didn't mention any of those reasons, I'm going to assume it's just because he's being choosy. So let's go with that, just for the pure entertainment of this story and this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos just like this one. TV Celebrity, posted by user Manhattan Abe. This is old, but still bugs me. I was out shopping for a ski jacket at New York City shop when in walks a TV celebrity. I think she was on the Today Show. She's getting ready to report from the Winter Olympics and needs a jacket. She finds one she wants and asks to see the manager. She then proceeds to ask for the jacket for free, since she will be on TV, and they will get exposure. Well, the shop tells her that they aren't the manufacturer and the exposure won't help them, so she ends up leaving without it. She makes millions, but wouldn't pay for her own jacket. Fuck celebrities that do this, for real. Like, what? There's people out there that you can afford this. Why? I don't understand. Why do you do this? Are you a celebrity listening to this video? Please, and you do this shit, please let me know. I highly doubt any celebrities are listening to me, but you never know. You never know what I'm saying. Yeah, anyway. So that, I believe, was the top 5 stories of the day for r/ Choosing Beggars. So oh, wait a second. No. Yes. That was 5. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. So the last story of the day is going to be the top story of the week. Not the top post, the top story of the week. So without further ado, this one is called, "You Have to Give Me Groceries Too," posted by user Fine-Chic. I live in a region of Europe where beggars are a common occurrence. These are not the ones that are down on their luck, but professional beggars. Every time I go to one particular supermarket, there they are. I used to ignore them completely because I'm a bit of a bitch and I believe a healthy person should work for a living. The problem I have with these beggars is that they live in communities and the elders sit in cafes drinking beer, while the women and children must beg if they want to eat. I started feeling sorry for the kids as they have no choice, so instead of giving them cash, I would buy them some food in the supermarket so they could eat. If a mother was there with a baby, I'd also throw in some milk. On this particular day, there were 2 women with young kids and both of them pregnant to boot. Knowing they all lived together, I bought a bag of groceries and gave it to one of the women. Well, didn't shit just hit the fan? The other woman runs after me, demanding I give her a bag of groceries too. Not too politely either. Choosing beggar. "You gave her groceries, now you have to give me some too." Me. "No, I don't. You can share." Choosing beggar. "You're a bad person. How can you give one poor person food and not the other?" Me. "Lady, I'm not made of money, and you all live together. Besides, I'm out of time. I can't go shopping again." Choosing beggar. "Then you have to give me money so I can buy food." By this time, my patience has run out. Me. "I don't have to give you shit." Choosing beggar. "But I'm pregnant, can't you see?" Me. Yeah, well, I didn't get you pregnant, so it's not my problem. So, this very professional beggar follows me to my car, arguing and yelling at me the entire time. I yell back and let both women know they will never get anything from me again. No money, no groceries. This incident was bad enough, but the amount of times I've given them groceries and they've remarked that I should have put more of this or that, or I gave them money and they claim it's not enough. I believe those of us that can should help those in need. But after 7 years of putting up with these greedy buggers, enough is enough. Especially if you recognize them. Like, after 7 years, it took 7 years to recognize these people, and they're just never ever thankful. This is sad. I feel bad for the kids that live in these little communities that they're talking about. Oh my god. So what is good, my dudes? What are you guys doing this weekend? You got any plans? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. For real though, let me know what you guys are doing this weekend in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button and consider subscribing and turning on notifications for future hilarious videos just like this one. And as always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And as always, don't forget to submit your stories, your GIFs, your all that fun stuff. All my social medias are in the description below. There's like 5 million kajillion different ways you can contact me. So, that's it, my dudes. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys Monday for a new episode. Peace out, my little dudelings.